Hey everybody, Fatbird Finds here. I'm Laura, one half of the Fatbird Finds duo of Laura and Mary Beth. Welcome to Fatbird Finds Crafting. We are so happy that you're here today. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So we're going to go ahead and start the day with our two page-a-day calendars. The first one is Headlines and History from the New York Times. So this day, February the 13th, Tuesday, February the 13th of 1914, the headline was about the Lincoln Memorial. Quote, "It seems that comparatively little public interest has been manifested thus far in the accepted plan for the Lincoln Memorial, ground for which was broken in Washington with little or no ceremony yesterday," the Times reported. The memorial was started on Lincoln's birthday, his marble likeness decided on after several failed proposals, including a memorial road from Gettysburg to Washington. It could not be better placed. We shall hear much more about it in the future, a reporter predicted. So that's funny to look that far back in time and see how things transpired. Little did they know that, it was going to go down in history as just a favorite landmark in the capital. And then also we have our 1,000 places to visit before you die. Today it's Palau, a beautiful diving spot. It's wreck diving. And it says Palau's lofty reputation as a world-class dive site is due in part to its position where three major ocean currents converge in the South Pacific, resulting in a colorful cornucopia of fish and coral species. Oops, you can't see it, can you? Palau's wonders are not all natural. More than 50 World War II shipwrecks, the remains of Japanese warships sunk by Allied bombing raids, and the like have created a kind of underwater museum. How do you guys say museum? Museum or museum? You can leave that in the comments below. Mary Beth always says that it sounds funny when I say museum. Anyway, so there is a beautiful place. If you like scuba diving, put that on your bucket list of places to visit. And we'll be using these in a future project. So hit the subscribe button so that you don't miss out when we do go back and use these beautiful calendar pages in a project. So today, if you can't tell, the project is Valentine's Day. I've got a huge assortment of Valentine's ephemera and magazine clippings and digital art. But let me show you what we're going to work in. We are starting a new glue book today. We are going to start one for me called, it's like Seasons and Holidays. So I got this idea from a viewer. I wondered about, making a glue book just for Valentine's Day. It would be hard to fill. And this viewer said, why don't you just do a whole new glue book with just a few pages for each holiday? And I think that's brilliant. I'm sure other people are doing this, but it is brilliant for me. I hadn't thought of it yet. So I pre-prepared a little bit. So I have a composition book that has 100 sheets. So I kind of jotted down a list of themes I wanted to include, divided it out. And anyway, I came up with, if we glued the pages together and used washi tape, I came up with 8 pages each for about 12 different themes. And so I went through with pencil and I was writing them in, and at first, I don't know what I was thinking, y'all. I just went to every page. Valentine 1, Valentine 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I got about halfway through the book and I was like, oh, I've got halfway left and no more themes and numbers. So I figured out, yes, that I did not count the pages in between to be glued together. So I went back through and I used X's where the pages are going to glue together. And then I've lettered each one. So like here is summer 5 and 6. And if I just sort of open up, there's X's, so I know those are going to get glued together. And there's fall 3 and 4. So see how we did it there? So I did go back and I started the book with winter. And then I did officially washi tape and glue together for our Valentine pages. So here's Valentine 1 and 2. And then these are together 3 and 4. Those are together 5 and 6. These are together 7 and 8. So they are all ready for us to play with today. So yeah, I think this is going to be fun. So we have winter and then Valentine's. Then we've got St. Patrick's coming up next. Then I think next after that, those are X's, Easter. And I think we've got spring, summer. Yep. Easter, spring, summer, 4th of July. Let's see. Yep, 4th of July. And then I think I did back to school. So back to school, because it's that late summer, September, August. There's no real, there's Labor Day, but there's no good themes for that. So I thought back to school would be kind of a fun idea. My kids always loved back to school, and I loved it as a kid. We loved shopping for school supplies and all that kind of stuff. So I thought all that would be fun to do pages, like of the advertisements for the school supplies and things like that. Fall, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And then that'll do it. Okay, so what do you guys think? Is that a great idea? So thank you to the viewer that gave me that idea. I love it. And I think this will be a lot of fun to work in. So let's settle on the page and see what we can come up with. I just had the best idea. It has just come to me. I'm going to call this my Celebrations glue book. Okay, so tell me in the comments whether you like that or not. I like it. But look here, I'm showing you, this is some, antique ephemera, 1948, but it is damaged. You can see it's damaged all along the top and the bottom. So I am just going to go for it and go ahead and cut that. I hope I don't cause anybody to be, upset by cutting that up. But one of the ideas behind starting this channel is that we come across so much cool ephemera when we're doing our thrifting for resale. So this way, this would really have just been abandoned and thrown away. But instead, someone rescued it and sent it to me. We have wonderful subscribers. Fatbird Finds. This is Fatbird Finds Crafting. Fatbird Finds is the original channel. And we have a wonderful group of people that we are lucky enough to call friends, and they send us things from time to time. And we went through a phase where we were going to do decoupage, like posters or stuff like that on our live show on Friday nights. And so people sent in lots of ephemera for that. And that didn't actually turn out well just for technical reasons. It was hard to show and it was hard to do. And also a big portrait size something or other would be hard to ship. We were going to give them away. So this turns out much better. And so on this channel, we will think of some ways we might do some lives together and then draw and give away, single pages or something like that that's really easy to pop in the mail that you could glue into your glue books. But I digress. This is also vintage. This is vintage wrapping paper. And vintage wrapping paper is wonderful to use. It's super thin and, it's not altogether valuable, you know, for any other reason, so you don't feel bad using it. The vintage designs are awesome. This pink with the white lace, I thought just screamed Valentine's Day. So I was excited to use that and put it in the book. So I'm excited for you guys to see what this cutout pinup kind of girl looks like. I think she's adorable. So cute. And hopefully you will think she is too. I'm going to have a hard time deciding even what background to put her on because I really think she's going to look good on everything. Right? So on the right, I told you on the left was the vintage gift wrap paper. And on the right is some digital art, and it's from Bontique Designs on Etsy. If you guys are like me, I'm sure you're fans of Relax Cut Glue. Nicole at Relax Cut Glue. And Bontique Designs partnered up with her and offered this free digital download of some of the sample Valentine designs from his digital collection. And I highly recommend that you go and check that out. In fact, go back and watch Nicole's video. Just search Bontique Etsy Relax Cut Glue, and that video should come up where she links it in her description box. And you'll be able to grab these images too. You can see bits and pieces of them, the little squares that I cut out in this project and around on my desk. All came from him, and it's so pretty. I just love it. It's very graffiti, it's very pop art, and I think it's going to look great as kind of a juxtaposition with the old vintage pinup girl ephemera. So here we go, the big decision. Does she look better on the pink or on the digital art? And I really didn't think I would like her better on the digital art, but actually I think I do. What do you guys think? As you've probably noticed, just for the sake of time and so that the video is not too lengthy, I do cut away and do some of the fussy cutting, and I did fussy cut her out off camera. And I kind of switch back and forth and try to show you a good mix of me actually doing some of the glue booking and then cutting away some of the boring parts. So I hope that's a good mix for you guys. At this point, I have decided that I like her better on where she is, right there on the digital art page. So now I'm trying to come up with something cohesive to complement her on the other side. I've tried several things, and I have a big stack, and I saw this in my stack. Some old book pages. And I thought, since she comes from old paper and old ephemera, I thought the old ephemera book page would be a nice complement on the other side of her. So I did buy a little bit of stamping materials at Hobby Lobby. I got some ink because I do like the way it looks when you ink the edges of things. And I got this set of stamps on Whatnot when I saw a lady who was selling all these stamps at a really reasonable price. And so I knew Valentine's Day was coming up, and I didn't have a ton of ephemera, so I did grab those stamps. And they were fun. They were really fun to work with. I'm not a huge stamper, never have been, but with the glue booking, I've watched people do ATCs and, you know, ink some of their papers and ephemeras. And so I thought I would give it a whirl, and I kind of like it. You guys see what you think. This seems to be shaping up nicely. The love is pretty. It may be a little much, but I don't know. I'm enjoying it, so I am definitely going to go with it. I think it does it did need that vintage ephemera kind of look on the left in order to match with the pinup girl on the right. So I'm happy with that. You guys, I just am sitting here doing the voiceover for the video, and I ordered a pizza, and I paused and I went to get my pizza, and the guy was like, "Hey, have you ever seen this car before?" And he pointed to his car, and I had sold my car recently, and it was my car. I'm kind of tripping out. Like, how did he know? How did he know that my car was there? Like, did he know what my address was? It's very weird. It's very weird. Okay, back to the subject. I just had to share that with you guys. It's so strange. Okay, these little squares came from the Bontique digital designs, and I love those. And they're very easy. You know, you just print them out on your printer, and they glue very easily because it's just regular paper. So I'm thrilled with how those turned out and look. I don't think that I go for this one. That one there is too pop arty. I think it doesn't exactly match the right page, and so it sort of clashes with it. I do like this one, but eventually I do just take that one away and go with something else. I'll save that for another page. We've got 8 Valentine pages, so 4 double layouts. So I'll have plenty of places to use that in the future. I'm super happy with the way that this is turning out. It's really turning out to be one of my favorite pages that I've done. Now, I like the one on the right a little better than the one on the left, but you know, that's just the way that goes. So the rest of the images, the non, well, you can tell the ones that are magazine images, like that one, they are from a catalog that my mom got in the mail and gave to me. And it is so cute. I just love these images. You can actually see at the top of the page above the pinup's head, there's the 1-800 number, and it's oliveandcoco.com. So maybe you could go on and order a magazine. This is the only one I've ever seen. I mean, a catalog. Probably all the other seasons or, you know, celebrations would be just as cute. I think I'm going to go on there to make sure that we keep getting the magazine, or maybe Mom will keep getting it and I can get another one. It's not a magazine, it's a catalog. Anyway, but I love it. I love these little cartoon girls that are in there. And I gave the little thought bubble to the pinup girl. And I just had a lot of fun with that. And it's just a really great resource for the glue booking. I highly recommend it. Now I've sorted through my words and I'm putting down a few of the words that I could find that I have. I'm finding that I don't have a lot of Valentine's things in general. So I'm just going to work with what I've got and just keep my eyes open throughout the year for next year. And maybe get one of those adorable, you know, cutout books that we've all seen on Amazon. I think the Valentine one would be a great addition to my stash. So I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you again for hanging out with me, and be sure to hit that like button on your way out and subscribe so you don't miss a single video. We appreciate each and every one of you. Feel free to click the links and check out our other channels, and stay tuned to see what Fatbird finds next. Bye, everybody.